Hey, it's Tony with lidl.doodle. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a little journal check-in today. We're 3 weeks into January, and I know myself, maybe you, if you're a journaler, start off the year with great aspirations and plans. And I recently was asked by a friend if my journaling habits are overwhelming. And it kind of got me thinking about how I'm starting off this year, how I'm feeling about it, and I just wanted to kind of do a quick update. So I currently have 14 different journals, and that sounds really overwhelming. But when I stopped and reflected about what I'm doing in these 14 journals, it didn't seem as big of a task as it might sound. So the first thing I'm going to do is talk about my daily journals. So in addition to my bullet journal, which I'll pull out in just a second, these are the 3 things that I journal in on a daily basis. So the first one is my Hobonichi weeks. And if you watched my first journaling video of the year, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this. And what I have ended up doing is, and I'm not going to flip back, every morning after my workout, I sit down for literally like 3 minutes and I just jot down like an intention for the day. I'm thankful that I am creating a better morning routine, period. That's just kind of an affirmation that, hey, I got up, I worked out, I'm creating a better morning routine, and I'm really happy about that, and my intention is to continue. So I'm writing that on this side, and then on this side, maybe later in the day, I'll write a quote that kind of supports that, depending on, whatever's going on. Sometimes I take this to work with me and finish it. Sometimes it's just literally like 4 minutes in the morning. So that's how I start my journaling morning. When I sit down in my evening for my time to reflect and journal, I go to my traveler's notebook, and I've been pretty consistent with this habit, and I'm really happy about that, is my mood tracker, and I only give myself 3 moods. I have shared this before, but I've actually been doing this since September, and I'm either content, or it's maybe a rough day. And you can see here I had the flu, and then the other days were just kind of recovering, so kind of just meh. But I'm pretty proud of myself that I have continued this practice for over 4 months now. And then I go to a month spread, and I just jot down something that I'm thankful for about the day, that was good about the day. I mean, this isn't too personal. I mean, you can just see I had a productive day, had a 3-day weekend, it was a mellow Friday, so just something that's on my mind. And this is the 3rd month I've done this. I started this in December. So this is my daily check-in in the evening. Sometimes I will do some more journaling in here. This notebook was September to December, and this was one I had little prompts and whatnot. And then I also had a watercolor notebook in here, and I've shared before, I really dislike the Traveler's Notebook watercolor paper. I don't like how the paper is. I didn't even finish the last page. The paint just sits on it and it dries weird. So I haven't been happy with this. So once I was done with this insert, I actually went and made my own. So we've been practicing making our own little journals. And I just grabbed some craft paper. I grabbed some watercolor paper that I like, got out our little book stapler, and just made my own little insert. So it's not perfectly trimmed because watercolor paper is kind of hard to get it all trimmed nicely. But This is something that I will check in with every night for the first part, and then if I'm feeling like I want to do more journaling or watercoloring in here, I will spend a little bit of time with this journal. The last daily journal that I use is my 5-year Hobonichi, and we started this in January of last year. On the 24th is when I first got this. So I haven't reached the 24th where I'm actually doing the 2nd year entry. That's coming up this week. That'll be kind of exciting. But on this one, I just do a quick check-in. I haven't written in this today, but I will just do a quick check-in maybe of what I did for the day. And again, this takes me like 5 minutes. So my daily journaling habits really aren't that overwhelming. And that's kind of what I reflected on about having 14 different notebooks or journals and what I do in each one of them. This is my bullet journal. I take this with me to school every day, and it sits on my desk, and it's got my calendar. This is how I'm setting up my weeks. So I'm kind of liking this spread. On the right side, I just do longer horizontal boxes for any appointments, a to-do list, any notes I'm going to take. And then on this side, since it's kind of an empty page, I'll do what my workouts are going to be for that week, or if I'm tracking my macros that week. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So this is just kind of my check-in on my health and wellness, and if I have any other notes that I need to do. So bullet journal is not overwhelming for me. And then I have my month spread that I will have out just to check in on my appointments for that week. So really, that's 4 daily journaling habits. And I don't even always journal in my bullet journal. Sometimes I just check off my workout, cross off any to-dos that I get done, and then I'm good to go. The other journals that I find are just a once in a while thing. I'll go through these super quick. So this is my writing journal. I've shared this one before. This is if I'm working on a project, if I'm planning something out. I'll take notes in here. I don't take this with me everywhere. It sits on my desk, and there are days when I go, oh, I wish I had my writing notebook with me, but I have other places that I can jot down ideas. So this one just stays here. This journal is not a daily writer, but it's kind of my brain dump. How am I feeling? Am I frustrated? Do I need to just get something out of my head and onto the page? I'm a big believer in getting things out of my head. Back when blogging was popular, I actually had a blog called Out of My Head Onto the Page, and I would just, get everything out. So these B6s are in here, and I had shared before, this is a cover, all the leather covers my husband makes. This is when he actually dyed with fountain pen ink as an experiment. This was sugar kelp. So this does not go anywhere with me because it's pretty personal, so it stays on my desk at home, and I don't write in it every day. This is my pen and ink musings journal that I was able to use my Hobonichi Cats on Toast cover when I abandoned the Hobonichi daily entry that I did last year. I had it in this cover, and I love this cover so much that I didn't want to not use it. So I have my little pen and ink journal in here, and this is just I've been using this since we went to San Francisco Pen Show, and let's see where we at here. I did some reflections, my favorite pen, favorite ink, some of my custom grinds, what I feel like I did well, what I want to work on for, in my pen and ink collection. Here's my pens and inks of 2025. This was important to me to do because last year I didn't catalog everything that I purchased throughout the year, and I would have to go back and find receipts because I was curious, okay, did I buy this pen in 2023 or 2024. So I'm actually going to keep better track of my pen purchases, and I actually just made my first pen purchase of 2025 last week. I will share that when it gets here. But again, this is not a daily journal. This is just when I have something to muse about for my pens and inks. This traveler's notebook, I have 3 inserts in here. One is my memories, one is my dreams, and one is just feeling good about, and it's kind of a brain dump. I just do like a little check-in, maybe once or twice a month, writing a few paragraphs about what am I feeling good about right now. This is, I've done a little bit of kind of journaling with pictures and things of things I hope for, manifesting, all that kind of business. And then this one is fun just because it's memories, and obviously I'm not using this on a daily basis because I'm not having big memories on a daily basis. In fact, let's see, the last one was New Tattoo Day. So my daughter is a tattoo artist, and about 2 months ago she did this flower on my ankle, and then we decided to add a couple more to it. So I just printed out a picture. This was her original stencil, and then I just jotted down kind of about how we arrived at this design. So it's kind of just fun. I'm about, I don't know, that much into it. It's not even, I don't even have that many memories in here. But it's not a daily thing. It doesn't leave my desk unless like I know I'm going to write about something, maybe during my lunch or something like that, and I just will take it with me to school so I can fill it out. But otherwise, it's just on my desk. This is my ink journal. I've shared a lot about that. Again, this is not something I work in every day. Maybe if I'm bored, I will, do a page of an ink that I like. If I'm trying out some different inks, like this was a bunch of samples that I had that I hadn't really cataloged, and so I just did a page in here one night when I was bored. So again, not a daily thing. This is my sketchbook. I don't know if this really counts as a journal. This comes with me to school. I do my watercoloring and whatnot in here. I shared in another video that I've been using the color cube as inspiration, and like this guy. I have this card pulled out because the card in front of it is currently on my desk because I'm painting a little parrot with, I'll show you these colors. And if you watched my video on these cards, I kind of gushed about them, and I will just tell you, I'm still loving them. I use them for so many things. In fact, that bullet journal spread that I just showed you, I pulled a card and then I looked through these pens, which I've shown you before, and surprisingly enough, I am finding really good matchups on my card to these pens. So anyway, side note, but I'm loving these pens. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Does this count as a journal? I don't know. I don't paint in it every day. I'm not doing it, work in it every day. Sometimes, like if I'm gonna show my students a new something, I will, do a mock-up in here to share with them. So I'm not sure if that counts, but. And then I don't know if we have talked about plotters. So I'm going to talk about plotters really quick. I'm going to show you what I do in my plotters. These are fantastic journals. Oh, I love these so much. And when we originally saw these at the San Francisco Pen Show, I just kind of passed them over. I didn't give them much of a look, but then, well, anyway, I've told the story. My husband jumped on board and I was like, oh, I think I need one of these. And then now I've got 3. And because they're ring binders and I'm a lefty, so I wasn't sure how it was going to work for me, but it actually works out just fine. This is my channel notebook. So this is all dedicated to my brainstorming, my ideas for different videos, my goals. I try to track like when I actually put videos out, different ideas that I have. And then in another section, just a little more detailed. So, you know, if I'm going to do a journaling video, maybe writing out like some of the thoughts I have on that. And then these little guys are project managers. And so you can kind of tuck pages away as like an organized project. So these are my 2025 goals. And I just listed a few things. It's funny because I had told myself when I set this like back in maybe November, it'd be really cool to get to 300 followers by the end of 2025. And I actually hit 300 followers this weekend. So that was kind of fun. But I'm not too hung up on that because it's not like this is my living. I just like to share things with you guys. And then this is my project of things to learn. So, you know, I'm new to YouTube and editing and all that other business. And I have this wonderful, wonderful student who helps me. He's very tech savvy, and he has done PowerPoint or Google Slide presentations for me. I'll email him and just be like, hey, can you stop in so I can ask you a question? And he will come in and help me figure things out. So I'm taking notes on things that I need to learn. This plotter goes with me in my purse everywhere. Originally, it was going to be kind of my catch-all in case I, didn't have a notebook with me that I needed to jot something down. But it's kind of turned into like a health tracker. So I've got a week's calendar in here, and so I'm tracking my workouts, and then tracking like what I did, for working out, and then if again, a place for tracking food or tracking sleep, just kind of jotting things down. What supplements am I taking or wanting to take? And I don't have a lot in here yet because this was one that I kind of struggled with. What do I want to use this for? So it's kind of still going to maybe be my catch-all. And then this last one is the Bible size. And I got this for basically my Stoic study this year, books that I am either going to read or reread, and then podcasts that I want to listen to. And then I'm currently reading How to Think Like a Roman Empire, and so How to Think Like a Roman Emperor. So I am taking lots of notes on that and things that pop up, questions that I have. What would Marcus Aurelius do? And then in this project manager, I have things to learn and then some journaling questions as they pop up. This does not go with me everywhere. If I think I'm going to have time at work to do some reading and note taking, I will take it to work. Otherwise, it kind of lives at my desk as well. So there's all of my journals. And to answer my friend's question, I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel like each one has its own purpose. And if at some point I needed to take something off my plate, I feel like it would be very easy to do so. I'm not tracking a lot of things, and I think that's where I get overwhelmed. I want to show you one more thing. So I told you that we were kind of practicing making little notebooks, and I don't have a field note size of anything. So if you know what field notes are, they're these little guys. And we were like, we can make some field note sizes. And then I asked my husband if he would make me a leather cover for field notes. So he's still going to finish the stitching here. But he made me this little guy. And I absolutely love it. It's got a couple little pockets in here that I can put stuff in. And I don't know, you guys, I see an Etsy store in his future. So this is the only one that I don't have anything in yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for, but I just really like the field note size right now. And I think that's probably because like most of my journals are pretty small. Like this. I love my traveler's notebook. It's so tiny. It's the passport size. The field notes is just a little bit bigger. My plotters, kind of the same thing. So I don't know, maybe 2025 is the year of tiny planners for me. So anyway, there's just a quick little update on my journaling practice. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, and I am more than happy to share, my thoughts on all things journaling, as always. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.